Hello and welcome to Good Clean Gaming. I'm your host Chilindo, and today we're doing a little Galactic Civilizations 3 showcase because they got currently have a sale on the weekend that this video is posted, February 28th, 2015. There's currently a sale on Steam, 50% off Galactic Civilizations 3. So in honor of that, we're kind of going over all the screens, giving some kind of an idea of what the game is like and what's available to do and stuff like that. So this is the over kind of the map screen. This is the main screen that you'll be playing on. You'll notice as I zoom in and zoom out, there's a little bit of a whirring sound, but that's kind of like the engines of these ships and everything. And as I get further away, those engine sounds get quieter. I really like that detail of, you know, the closer I get to a certain ship, the louder I'll hear that ship. That's really cool. And each one of these planets, this is since we're starting as human, we get the regular solar system. So you can see we got Earth here, we have Mercury, which is a dead planet, we have Mars, which is habitable. You know, you can think of in a lot of sci-fi shows they usually have a Mars colony. Well, you can form your own Mars colony here. Mars is only a class 5, barely habitable. And you can increase this habitability with technology and stuff like that, but that kind of determines how many buildings you can build and how much population you can have and stuff like that. Whereas Earth is a class 11 Earth-like planet. It's civilization capital, as you can see in this tooltip, and it shows you how much production, research, economics, influence, or I should say money, influence, population, and happiness you get from this planet. And you see the queue status is queue empty. You can queue up buildings to be built. Ships, in this game, ships are no longer built on planets. They're built from star bases, and so this star base is now building nothing. But if you queued up a ship, it would go to here, and it wouldn't go to here. But you see a line. You can see this line flowing from Earth to this shipyard. That's saying that this planet is sponsoring this shipyard. And what that means is some of this planet's production is going to the shipyard for the production of ships. Now, you might think, well, why don't I just have one shipyard and have all of my planets sponsoring the same shipyard, and then it'll build really super fast. Well, the further away a planet is from a shipyard, the less efficient it is. So in an ideal situation, it'd probably be better for me to have like the shipyard right between Mars and Earth because those are the only two planets that I can actually build with on this thing. And you can see we start with a survey ship that can both explore and survey. If I click this button, I can see explore and survey, and they'll go around, they'll find stuff in the universe, or you can manually click them around to search things. You also have a scout ship here, which is kind of like a survey ship, except it has no survey module. And then you have the colony ship. This I can actually use. I can plant it right on Mars right there, and I can form my first colony. I guess this is Sol. This is the sun. And then further out here we have Saturn. Is a dead planet. And do we have, oh, push too many buttons, Jupiter. Jupiter, the dead planet, and the asteroid belt around Jupiter, I guess. Neat. So it's fairly representative of our solar system. Not exactly, but pretty close. I can see the semblance. You can even see the moon spinning around the Earth, and it actually looks like the moon and the Earth. Look at that. Attention to detail, my friends. Attention to detail. So what else do we need to see on this screen? If we click off of things, with nothing selected, you can look on the right pane here. On the top right, you see the income. We have 3,000. I guess this would be gold, and 3,000 of what we have. 4 per ton is how much. Okay, get the English together, Galindo. 4 income per turn is how much we're getting for each turn. 12.5 population with a growth of 0.1 per turn. Happiness is 80%. That's because we're only got one planet and the planet's 80. So if we have multiple planets, that's going to be, I guess, weighted or averaged between the planets up here at the top right. And then to do current date. Not sure what that means. I'm guessing this is just the turn. So it's turn 1. I'm guessing they're going to throw some kind of year or some kind of turn thing up there. And then research shows xeno-industrialization, 8 turns remaining on that research. We can check that out in a future video. I also have a little mini map over here. It looks like we can zoom in and zoom out and pan around. I don't know what that button does. But we can click around and do all that. And we can also zoom in and out on this map. And you see on this map when we zoom out, everything, once you get out to a certain spot, it's hard to see the granular like images, and so they turn to icons, and it makes it a lot easier to see what things are. You can basically start identifying what things are based on their icons. And then certain icons like planets, you see like these planets are all hollow circles, and that means they're dead planets. You can't land on them. But this is a circle and has a circle inside the circle, and this tells me, oh, I can land on that. I can land a colony ship. And as I explore, these little blue dots, by the way, are stars in the distant sky, and we can explore towards those stars just like you would in real life. I mean, you would think that, you know, there's got to be a fog of war. You don't know what's out there, but we can all look in the sky and say, hey, there's a star out there. So it makes sense for the stars to be visible on the map even if they haven't been explored. That makes perfect sense to me, you know, I guess from a role play perspective. You can see on the screen, you can see the influence circle or hexagon around the Earth, and that will get bigger with the more influence we have from our planet here. As we get more planets, the influence will get bigger. On the right, you can see we have these buttons. We have colonies. Earth is the only colony we have. We have these ships in a list. It'll give you information about the ships. If we actually look at these, you have a sword, that's, I believe, attack power. We have a shield, which is defense, and then we have the 5 is the, I probably have that wrong. 3 is speed. I'm pretty sure about that. I don't know what 5 is. But if you have that little tooltip up, you can see the scout has 0 on everything. But the blue things are energy weapons, lasers. The yellow is missiles, and then the red is kinetic. So, you know, think shooting asteroids or a mass driver type weapon. It shows the type of the ship, the number of hit points, and the number of moves. And by the way, those blue, yellow, and red, those are offense at the top, defense at the bottom. So during the playthrough, you'll see I have a little bit of an issue with attacking with something that's really high that the opponent has really high defense in. That was a tactical mistake by me. Hope you'll check out our Let's Play playthrough. So if I click that, that's star bases. There's a shipyard. It has 9 attack power, 9 defense power, and 80 something or other. I don't know what that means exactly. And then rally points and resources. So if we have resources that we've claimed with star bases, I think use star bases to claim resources and mine them. And those will show up here. And then rally points will be if you want to rally ships together to a certain point, you can create those. So that is the main screen. Oh, we also have, it looks like we have graphs coming soon. So if you want to see how well your opponents are doing over time and who's losing what and who's gaining what, you also see power. So on the power button, you can see I have 906. When I discover other alien cultures or alien races, they'll show up on here and they'll have a power next to them. So I can kind of see who's my main rival in the game. Who do I need to watch out for? Who can I, you know, pick on? You know, stuff like that. And then on the Galaxy minimap, there's buttons on the right. I'm guessing to turn on and off these things. Rally points turn on and off. Coming soon. Looks like a little circle, a little refresh or something. And this one looks like almost like a ship of some kind. Coming soon. So yeah, there you go. There's the main screen. At the bottom right, you can see idle colony. So if I need to do something, the game will actually alert me that I need to do it. Idle ships, shipyard is idle, colony is idle, and it'll wait for me to do those things so that everything's always active at all times. I'm sure there's a way I can actually force it to go to the next turn, but generally speaking, it's always best to make everything not idle before moving to the next turn. And so if we start clicking on things, we can actually see additional detail that's not on the main screen. Like, for instance, Earth, we can see information on the bottom left. Their queue, we can see if they have a defending fleet. So if you have ships built, you can actually land them on the planet, and they'll be defending fleet. They'll be defending the planet in case they come under attack. It's really easy if you don't have a defending fleet for somebody to just come in and take a planet away from you or bombard a planet and have it be pretty defenseless unless you have some kind of fleet or star base in the area. You also have the manage and govern buttons, and I think we'll go over that in a future episode. If we click on the colony ship, you see the things that we've already seen. You have the command buttons. These don't go anywhere, so I can go ahead and show you. I think these actually go somewhere. Yeah, we want to do that in a future video. So the colony ship, has command. It has Explorer, Sentry, Guard, Upgrade, Commission, Decommission. And these are similar for every ship. You know, if you click on the Survey ship, it's Survey, Explorer, Sentry, Guard, Upgrade, Decommission. Same thing. So Survey lets you kind of survey anomalies and things like that. Explorer just gets rid of the fog of war on the map. Sentry, I haven't figured out what Sentry and Guard do exactly. I presume that they, if you set something to Guard, then they'll stay in one spot and they won't trigger this idle ship thing. So you'll be able to let them guard a location. And I assume with Sentry they're going to do some kind of patrolling kind of stuff. But I don't know yet. I haven't really figured that out yet. Upgrade, if you have newer versions, newer models of this ship, you don't have to delete the ship, decommission the ship, and then build a new ship. You can just upgrade existing ships. So, you know, I always had a fear with the really, really old games, you would have to like scrap old ships and build new ships. And I would always be afraid of building tons and tons of ships because I knew, you know, 10 turns from now, I'd have to start decommissioning those ships and building newer models. And it was kind of a pain to manage. So this kind of helps streamline that whole process by allowing you to upgrade to newer models. What else? There's a go-to button. I don't know what that does. Oh yeah, goes. You can send them to specific places that are in your kind of your area that you have identified. So I can send him to Earth or to Sol. I can click pass, and that will pass the turn. So he'll basically wait one turn, and then he'll go idle again the next turn. And then details will actually let me see additional details, and that'll be another screen we check out in a future video. Looks like with the shipyard you can unanchor, and I believe if I unanchor it can't build anything, but I could then move it. If I wanted to move it between Mars and Earth, I could move it there and then re-anchor it, and it would be more efficient. I'm not sure what the range is for building ships to for the sponsoring line here. I don't know at what point it starts deteriorating, but at some point you get far enough and it starts deteriorating. It may be fine here. I have no idea without looking at tooltips. By the way, tooltips. I love me some tooltips. They have a lot of tooltips here. Some of them are still not there. I feel like certain things I should be able to mouse over, like happiness, and see some kind of tooltip. So I'm sure they're going to add those in the future. But again, this is a beta 4, so not everything's done yet. And then finally, rally point. I think setting the rally point allows you to, like, as it's building ships, it'll send those ships to another location. So if I wanted to set a rally point to, you know, Earth, as soon as it gets done building a ship, it'll send it to Earth. And yeah, that's the kind of the main screen with some of the little inlays and panes, pop-in panes and stuff like that that are around. And yeah, so remember, it's only this weekend that Steam sale is available, so feel free to pick it up if this is something you're interested in. If you want to see actual gameplay, go check out my actual Let's Play series on the channel. It's a playlist. And I hope you enjoy, and check out. Feel free to check out other playlists, whatever you want to do. Feel free to subscribe if you'd like. That'd be great too. And all right, see you in the next video. Keep it clean.